Hello everybody at home. Next week's maths for the week beginning Monday the 12th of October is as follows on the following slides. Remember, the little pictures that I've put on each slide are just a photo to talk you through so you know which sheet to use. Remember to use the PDF which I've uploaded onto MS Teams for your actual sheet. Don't try and use the picture on the PowerPoint picture because it's too small. Good luck with this week's work.
For today's lesson, we're starting a new unit on addition and subtraction. So, for you to do now, I want you to match together the number with the words. Now, I'll start you off. The first word says 32 tens. If I've got 32 tens, I've got 32 lots of 10. I've got 32 multiplied by 10. 32 multiplied by 10 is 320. I wonder whether you can match the rest of them up. Then, for your independent task, don't get excited, it's not as easy as it looks. I've asked you what facts and derived facts can you find from using these part-whole models. The word derived, this might be new for some of you. If you derive a fact, you work out new facts based on what you know. So with my part-whole, I could say 3 add 6 is 9, 6 add 3 is 9, 9 take 3 is 6, 9 take 6 is 3. I've got a fact family of 4 facts. 2 addition facts, 2 subtraction facts. They're super easy facts. I don't want you to tell me that you know those facts. I know you do. But what I want you to do is to upscale. So for example, I could say 30 plus 60 is 90. Or 60 plus 30 is 90. Or 90 take 30 is 60. Or 90 take 60 is 30. Again, I've used my fact family. 2 addition facts, 2 subtraction facts. But again, some of them are too easy. Let me upscale again. This time, instead of upscaling by 10, I'm going to upscale by 100. 300 plus 600 is 900. 900 take 300 is 600. 900 take 600 is 300. You can think of 4 facts in the fact family. 2 addition facts, 2 subtraction facts. Keep upscaling. Can you upscale it by 10? Can you upscale it by 100? Can you upscale it by 1,000? Then, on part 2, I've given some examples. More part-wholes, so therefore I've given you some I know statements, but I want you to see if they're all correct. There might be some mistakes in there. It says correct it. Spot the incorrect fact and explain it, please, to make it correct. Good luck! On Friday, we'll be continuing our addition and subtraction unit. So, do now, what facts can you derive from known facts? Just like yesterday, choose some known facts. So, for example, 11 add 8 is 19. I could upscale it by 10, 100 and 1,000. For each time I upscale it, I can think of 4 facts, or I can derive 4 facts. 2 addition facts, 2 subtraction facts. For your independent task, you're going to use the given facts to work out addition and subtraction calculations. So, for example, 1,463 add 2,178 is 3,641. From that, I can work out some other calculations. I can work out 1,453 add 2,178. I don't need to do this in column addition. Look very carefully. 1,463, 1,453. What's different about those two numbers? The only difference you should spot is that the tens column has changed from a 6 to a 5, which means the second number is 10 less than the first number. The second number of 2,178 has stayed the same. So therefore my answer is going to be 10 less. So my answer will be 3,631. I didn't need to do 1,453 at 2,178 in a column. I could do it mentally because I knew 1,463 at 2,178 was 3,641. You need to look at the fact for each question that I've given you. I've given you either an addition fact or a subtraction fact. The question underneath will link to the question on the top. You need to spot why it links. There's only going to be one difference, which will allow you to work out the question on the bottom mentally. You don't need to do column addition or column subtraction. Good luck!
Okay, today is lesson 3 on addition and subtraction. For your do now, you need to match up the words on the left-hand side to the words on the right-hand side. I'm going to do the first one with you. So, on the left it says 2,700s. What number is equivalent to 2,700s? I can see, looking down the list, I can see 2,700s. 2,700s is the same as 2,700s, so I'm going to draw a line to match them up. I wonder if you can complete the last 3 for me. For your independent task, you're looking at choosing an appropriate addition strategy. So what you need to do is have a look at the numbers and think, what is the best method to solve this question? The most efficient strategy might be a column addition, where you would write both numbers into your column with all your columns lined up and simply add them up using column addition. A similar strategy might be to round and adjust. So for example, number 2, I'm looking at that now and thinking I would definitely round and adjust. I would round 1,999 to 2,000, add 1,990 to give me 3,990 and take off 1 because I need to adjust because I rounded at the beginning. Another strategy that you might choose to use is near doubles. Have a look if there are any numbers which are similar to each other and then you can double. Remember, for each strategy you need to write down, for each question you need to write down which strategy you are choosing to use. Good luck! Okay, lesson 4 on our unit of addition and subtraction today. So your do now is use what I know to find what I don't know. If I know, then I know. And we're looking at what facts we can derive. Remember, if you derive a fact, it means that you work out a new fact. For example, if I chose 7 times 8 is 56, that is my first fact. I could then work out 70 times 8. I've made my 7 10 times bigger, so I'm going to make my answer 10 times bigger. 70 times 8 would be 560. How many more could you work out? Remember, you could upscale by 10, upscale by 100, or upscale by 1,000. You could even divide by 10, divide by 100, and divide by 1,000. I'll give you a clue for a division. 0.7 times 8 would be 5.6. I've made my 7 10 times smaller, so I've made my answer 10 times smaller. How many can you work out? For your independent task, it's very similar to yesterday. We're looking at choosing an appropriate subtraction method, an appropriate subtraction strategy, just like yesterday where we were looking at an efficient or an appropriate strategy for addition. For many of these, you might choose to use column subtraction. However, for some, you might use round and adjust. Good luck! Hello everybody, today is lesson 6 and you might be wondering where lesson 5 is. We're just moving straight on to lesson 6 of this unit today. Do now, we're revisiting our previous learning from last week on rounding. So have a look, there are 6 questions and I want you to round them to the nearest multiple of 100. Find the place, look next door, 5 or higher, add 1 more, 4 or less, let it rest. I wonder how many you'll get right out of 6. For your independent task, questions 7, 8, 9 and 10, you're going to add the 2 numbers together and think about what method you would choose to use. I've said on there column addition, as I think that is the most appropriate for each of those questions. You could remember to estimate as well. Remember, your estimate needs to come first. Don't work out the answer and then estimate. That is not an estimate. I will give you an example. 5,802 add 2,934. I'm rounding 5,802 up to 6,000 and I'm rounding 2,934 up to 3,000. 6,000 add 3,000 is 9,000. I know my actual answer will be less than 9,000 because I rounded both numbers up. Therefore, my estimate will be around 8,700. I wonder if you can carry on and do question 8, 9 and 10 for me. Part 2 of the activity sheet has some missing digit questions. You need to look at the column additions and work out what missing numbers go in each of the boxes. You might be able to use the inverse to help. Question 13, again, there's a mistake. You need to find my mistake and explain it. Question 13, Jenny estimates the answer. Do you agree? Tell me whether you agree with Jenny's estimate or disagree, and remember to explain. The last part, question 14, 15, 16 and 17, uses the little table that I've given you at the top, where it talks about the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, the Arc de Triomphe and the Notre Dame. I'm asking you to find the total number of people who visited the different attractions in France on each of the different days. This involves very carefully reading the information in the table. Remember to take care. Good luck! Morning everybody! Today is lesson 7 on this unit. And again, to revisit our learning of rounding, you're going to round each of the 6 numbers to the nearest multiple of 1,000. Remember our rhyme. Find the place, look next door, 5 or higher, add 1 more. 4 or less, let it rest. You were absolutely super at rounding to the nearest multiple of 1,000 in class. I'm sure you'll be able to fly through them. For your independent task, again, we're going to be looking at column addition, but this time with regrouping in many columns. I've given you 3 questions that I'd like you to solve. Use column addition, but remember you have regrouping. Don't forget to add on the numbers that you've regrouped in each column. Number 10 and 11 are word problems. Read them very carefully to work out what you need to do. Remember, I've put them in a context of either kilometres or pounds. Don't forget to add your units on the end. So for example, for number 10, you need to make sure you remember to put kilometres. Good luck! Good morning everybody, it's Friday's lesson today, which is lesson 8, and we're going to be looking at column subtraction for 4-digit numbers. Before you do now, I'd like you to look at the table and write down the number which is 10 less than the given number and 100 less than the given number. So we're looking at subtracting 10 and 100. We've talked about this in class. What happens when you take away 10 from a number? Which column changes? Which column stays the same? Is it always only one column that changes, or is it sometimes more? You'll be super at those questions, I just know it. For your independent task, we're going to be looking at bar models. Remember, bar models allow us to see the parts and the wholes. For each bar model, write the subtraction equation it represents. You need to estimate your answer and then use column subtraction to work out the actual answer. I'm going to do the first one with you. Number 1, my whole is 8,746. One of my parts is 5,394. So I would do 8,746 subtract 5,394 equals, and that is where I'll be putting my answer. I've asked you to estimate, so my estimate will be 9,000 because I've rounded 8,746 up. Take away 5,000 because I've rounded 5,394 down. 9,000 take 5,000 is 4,000. My answer will roughly be 4,000. When I use column subtraction to work out the actual answer, I'll be able to compare my actual answer to my estimated answer. I'm just going to work it out now with a column subtraction. My actual answer is 3,352. I've compared that to my estimate and it's similar. I know I've got a good estimate. Can you repeat for question 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6? Question 7 is a challenge. It's a bar model again but with 3 parts. You'll be absolutely super. Good luck!